Good evening, everyone. Hello, Lions. It's another Saturday again here in 30 Minutes with Jesmond Lions. Tonight, it will be a great night and very informative night to all of us. I will be joining tonight with, I consider them the power couple of Jesmond Lions. They are, wherever the other one goes, the other half is there, and then they're so active. They always give their time, their best for Jesmond Lions Club, and not for only for the communities, but also with the Hunter Wetlands Center and the Pambalong Nature Reserve. So tonight I am welcoming Lions Brian and Lions Trish.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Brian. Hello, Trish. How are you today?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Well, that's good. That's good. I hear that you are doing right. You're busy today doing something for the barbecue tomorrow, correct?
Yes, we are.
Well, all the audience?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
20 kilos.
Yeah. How many kilos?
20.
Oh, God. That's a lot.
They're all sliced and ready to go. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Again, I would like to inform our viewers here and our followers and our listeners that we are streaming live through our YouTube channel and Facebook page. You can also join to our discussion tonight by dropping all your comments and suggestions and your reactions to the comment box. And then Trish and Brian will be happy here to give their reactions, to give their answers, and then to satisfy an information that you want to know from Jesmond Lions Club. Is that correct, Trish and Brian?
Yes, certainly
yes,
is.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And now, and for those who are unable to join live tonight, they can watch the replay to our Facebook page and YouTube channel. And then, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Before we talk about Jesmond Lions Club commitment to help preserve our nature and our environment, because you know and everybody knows that Jesmond Lions Club does not only support and help communities, we also take care and look after our environment and at our natural resources. So before we go onto this topic, I am certain that there's a lot in there would like to know about you, your commitment, your heart for Jesmond Lions Club. When, how, and what made you decide to join Jesmond Lions Club? Brian first.
Yeah, okay. Well, I joined the Lions Club of Jesmond Wallsend way back in 1967. A friend of mine, a man called John Spruce, asked me to come and join Lions Club, and it was one of the best. It's one of the best things that I've done with my life. It's been over 55 years or whatever it is, and with Jesmond Lions Club, it's I think, as Debbie said last week, it's more than just a club. It's a family. We look after each other. We, in times of illness or need, we chip in and help each other. And the club's always been like that. But one of the best things that ever happened to Jesmond Lions Club is when we got ladies into the club. Now, when I joined the club, it was
It was men only.
It was a men only club, and that was the case up till the late 80s. And but the Lions saw the error of their ways, and ladies joined the club, and it's the best thing that ever happened to Lions Club. I doubt whether our club would be around these days if it wasn't for our Lions ladies. But our Lions Club, we get a tremendous amount of satisfaction out of it and friendship. We've got friends all around the world. We've got, would you believe, we've got friends in Ecuador, in Canada, and we've visited both of those, and they've come and picked us up. We've got friends in America. and I mean good friends. Trish only got an email this morning from our friends in Canada, the Lions in Canada, about what's happening with their family and what's happening with their club, and they're getting younger members. So Lions, for us, it's been a great part of our life. And wherever we travel in Australia, there's clubs all around Australia. We've got, I think, 1,300 clubs around Australia, about 30,000 members. So wherever you travel to in Australia, you have friends. You look up your directory, see when they meet, and all of a sudden you've got a heap of new friends in a place you may have not been to before. It's a wonderful organisation to be in, and it's we haven't regretted it ever. Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go, Trish.
How about you, Trish?
Well, it was a big decision when they let women in. And the first member in our club was Doris back in 1994. And then I joined in 1996. So I've been in the club 26 years, which I can't believe it's been that long. But it's become part of your life, because when Brian joined, I was pregnant with Andrew, our oldest boy. So the kids have grown up with it. And every project that we had, whether no matter what it was, the kids went along with us and helped, and whatever they could do, planted trees or things like that. Well, it was good. But like Brian said, when you're wearing that jacket or the hat with the Lions logo on, and you are out of town and you're walking down the main street somewhere, you'll get stopped. Another person will recognise the emblem and stop and talk to you. Doesn't matter where you are. It's absolutely amazing what that emblem can do. Yeah, and we've certainly met some friends through it.
And that time, you were not working anymore, the two of you.
So what was that?
That time you are not working anymore, the two of you.
Oh, not now. Yeah, we were working up till 2000.
When you joined the Jesmond Lions, you were retired, both of you.
No. No, Brian was only in his 20s.
You're still working, and then
Yeah, Brian was in his 20s.
I was 24. Yeah.
Oh.
And we were just
so young.
And our kids were little. They were babies. Yeah. But that's what happened. The kids just went along. They accepted that Lions was part of the life.
Our family was part of Lions, and
Yeah, but everybody then, they all had young kids. So there was always a bunch of young kids tagging along with us, the big projects. So
coming to our club meetings, we used to have children come to our meetings regularly.
I've still got the little T-shirts that our kids had when they were babies. I've kept them.
I can't imagine how lucky Jesmond Lions Club to have you both with us. How old you were on your 20s and then have kids.
Yeah.
And then already active in the community, helping the communities, supporting the community. Oh, God. Jesmond Lions Club is so lucky to have you both.
But it was fun. There was a lot of fun as well. Yeah, really good.
Okay. Since Jesmond Lions Club celebrating its 59th year of existence, and then we don't only support communities, help communities, but also Jesmond Lions Club committed to preserve our environment and our nature. I want you to share with us about the Hunter Wetlands first. Can you share to our viewers and listeners what with the Hunter Wetlands Center? And because for me, I can tell that part of Jesmond is like a gem that need to be kept. So if you can share what's in Hunter Wetlands, so the viewers, listeners would know what's in there.
Yeah, I think our club, we've been involved with the Hunter Wetlands for 35 years, maybe a bit more. I think we first became involved with it when we had Christmas parties for our club and our children. we went over to the Hunter Wetlands and had a Christmas party, and everyone was taken up with it. And then the club decided to help the wetlands, and the club built a barbecue shelter with 3 barbecues in the shelter to help the wetlands, and it was something that our club could use too for our functions. So that was our first touch with it, but since then we've been involved with the wetlands all the time. We've built the club. The club has built bird hides and walking trails and platforms,
Planted trees.
and those photos that you saw, that was the construction of the Lions Club sensory trail within the wetlands, and that was constructed 96, 97. It was opened in the middle of 1997. It was a district, our Lions district project. All the clubs put in money, and I think it was something like about $35,000 was contributed, and I was the chairman of the construction of the Lion Sensory Trail. And those photos you saw, that was the people working in it, and that's not just our people. That were people from all over the place, all over the district, and it's been a very, very good thing for the wetlands. It was put there so that blind or partially sighted people could experience the wetlands, because they had a crunchy trail to walk on. They could hear that and touch the things that grew there. It had a spruce up about 3 years ago. We once again asked the district to contribute some money. The large boardwalk, which is about 60 or 70 metres over a pond, it fell into disrepair. It's in a damp spot, and we got $8,000 and had it reconstructed. The volunteers at the wetlands actually did it, and we painted it. And actually, in about 3 weeks' time, I'll be asking the club to help paint it again. They're going to clean it off, and our club have put up their hand to do the oiling of the deck. So the wetlands has been a great thing for us. We have been a good thing for the wetlands, and just in the last 2 weeks, the club bought a new sprinkler and water carrier filler for the wetlands. A drinking fountain. It cost just on $4,000, and it was only delivered to the club yesterday. So that's going to be installed in the next couple of weeks down the bottom near the main deck, where people can have a drink of clean water and fill their water bottles. So we're still doing stuff there.
Okay, thank you for that. And aside from that, I think you did also some cleaning up. Okay, how often do you do this, the cleaning up?
Yeah, we're doing the cleaning up. I go nearly every Tuesday when we're home, but we're programmed to do it every second and fourth Tuesday, and it's a clean up of the Century Trail, pulling weeds, cutting the edges, decobwebbing, sweeping, cleaning up, and
it's ongoing.
It's ongoing, and the more people we can get there to do it, the better. But it's a nice little social occasion. We get there about 8:30 and do 3 or 4 hours work, 3 hours work, and then have a morning tea.
Yep. Bring our own morning tea.
So it's a nice thing to do, and you're sitting around with the bird life, and I invite everyone to come and enjoy that experience with us too, every second and fourth Tuesday.
Oh, that would be good. That would be like already a sort of exercise at the same time, and then socializing at the same time. In a one joint effort. And then before we go further, I have here some reactions, and then this is from Anne Nightingale. Fun memories.
Yes.
So yes.
Oh,
and then,
hello, Anne. Oh.
Yes. So there's another one in here.
Can we talk about it? Robert Perry. Oh, okay.
Robert Perry. And then he
Right.
said that now live on the Gold Coast.
Oh, far
Yeah,
out.
yeah. And then
Can, can,
there's also one reaction here from Donna,
oh, hi, Dawn.
Treasures of Science. I agree. Yes, you are, the two of you. And then here's another one from Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, hope you're
Yeah,
feeling better.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
so
we talk about Anne? Can we go back to Anne? Or
yes,
talk, well,
yeah.
Ken and Judith were just two great workers for the club, and sadly they've both passed away after years and years of service to the club. But there's a bird hide around the other side. If you're at the wetlands at our
On the
shelter
boardwalk.
shed
Yeah.
and you look across the water, you will see a bird hide. And over
The
the other
water.
side,
Yeah.
the other water,
Yeah.
around the other side of the water. And in there is a plaque in memory of Lion, Judith and Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's nice that they're here with us, listening to
Yeah.
us and then watching us. Okay, let's go
Amazing.
forward. Yeah. So, what other activities that the Hunter Wetlands Center and Jesmond Lions Club been supporting all these years? Any projects in progress from the club for the Hunter Wetlands?
Do you want to talk about international kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, a big part of the, or for a couple of years, we had international students.
At Camp Kookaburra.
But thanks to COVID, that had to be on hold. But we would get the kids for 2 weeks of community service, and they would always do that at the wetlands.
And they were people from overseas
Oh, yeah.
between 17 and 21, and they were over here for a camp, and they came to us and as part of that. And the first project we did with them at the wetlands, we constructed some bird hides for the freckled ducks, which is an endangered species of ducks within Australia, and we got the material and we made the bird hides and put them in the little pond inside the freckled duck enclosure, and the overseas students built them and did it, and they got a lot of satisfaction out of it. And we couldn't believe it, but the very first year that we put them in, they actually bred, because it was a wet season just like we're getting now, and it encouraged them to breed.
That was good.
So we did that for quite a while, and then we took, after they did their work on the freckled ducks, we took them over to the canoe shed and took them out on canoes down Ironbark Creek, and they thoroughly enjoyed the wetlands, and they took the wetlands thoughts back to their hometowns, home countries with them.
And that's people that we're still in contact with too. We've got one girl in particular who's from Canada, and we still talk to her on Messenger.
She's a now qualified
Yes.
veterinarian surgeon, and she still sends us emails and checks on us. Yeah.
Well, that's good. The connection's still there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Last 2 years, you know already that we've been hit with COVID.
Oh, yes.
And then the restriction was really tight and rough. So, was the upkeeping of the Hunter Wetlands was still ongoing by the time, even though there was the restrictions of no gathering, whatever movements inside the community and within outside the community?
We didn't go to the wetlands, but people, wetlands volunteers, I think, still went in and did just the basics to keep it running, you know, even though it was closed to the public. Yeah, but nobody from the Lions Club could go.
We couldn't have our meetings there. We hold all our meetings there at the wetlands, as most people know, and we've been doing that for over 30 years. And we've got a lovely setup downstairs with the room that we have for us that we can use, and we've got our cupboards in there where all our gear is stored. And only this week we had Ellamore Vale Club over for a visit, and we had nearly 45, 46 people for dinner, which our club catered for.
And Hunter Walls End Club came.
And Hunter Walls End were there, yeah. And it was a lovely, lovely night, and we could do it. And because we've got the room, and the dinner price was pretty good, they were pretty amazed. Ellamore Vale fellas thought it was lovely to have dinner for $15. So they want to come back again.
Because we do our own catering, the club is split into three. We have 3 catering teams, and the leader of that team decides what the menu is going to be.
Yeah, okay. I am a huge believer that life exists because we have the nature, the trees. There's life if there's a life if we can see trees. No nature, no life, no humanity. It's they call it a cycle. Would you agree with it?
Certainly,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yep. Our club is we've got a really good thing going with the Pambalong Nature Reserve. I think we'll talk about that. Do you think?
Yes, that's what my next thing moving forward.
Okay. I'll leave you to
What's
bring it up.
yeah, because we're talking about nature and preserving our environment. Let's go with the Pambalong Nature Reserve. What's the connection of with Jesmond Lions Club? When it started, that the Jesmond Lions Club get involved with the Pambalong Nature Reserve?
Yeah, well, once again, it was a connection through the wetlands. There's a fella that worked at the wetlands, looked after the outside maintenance. His name's Boyd Carney, and he worked at the wetlands and looked after the outside maintenance. He is now with National Parks and Wildlife. He got a job there 10 years ago or more, but he was the connection for us to start at Pambalong Nature Reserve, and Pambalong's outside of Midmai, just the other side of the freeway. It's an old quarry, but it's a wetlands area too, because there's a great big pond there, and but it was stripped, of course, because of the mining or the road base that was extracted out there. So he asked us to do planting out there, and that was over 10 years ago. And except for the COVID shutdown, we've been doing that every year, planting anything between 300 and 500, 600 trees at a go. And we've planted probably 3,000 or 4,000 trees there. And we're finished planting there now, but we've not finished with it. When things dry out a little bit, it's too boggy to get into it right now. But when it dries out, the club's going to get together, and anyone else that would like to come with us and do some maintenance out there, trim around the trees that are growing, pull out the stakes, and
And there's wire cages that were put around the little trees who are now big trees, so the cages have got to be taken off.
The cages were there to try and stop the wallabies from eating it, but I think the wallabies got a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay. So you everybody can see that how active and proactive Jesmond Lions are. Anywhere they go, they're there. Tree planting, cleaning up the wetlands, helping the communities where Jesmond Lions Club is there. Okay. I have another question, and maybe this is a bit I don't know if it's a tough question, but with preserving the environment, the nature, and planting trees, do we get a support from a other non-government organization, or the local government? Do we have a collaboration with them, cooperation from them?
No, it's National Parks and Wildlife. They do the organisation. They get the trees, and they pick the dates, and they get the areas slashed, and we just go out and we plant the trees.
We have had a grant though. I think it was at NRMA.
Oh yeah.
We put in for grants, and they paid for the trees, and I think the wire cages. That's quite a few years ago, but we have had grants to support the cost. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
might have had a grant to do some tree planting in Blue Gum Hills Regional Park with the
With the Midnight
with the
kids.
midnight
Yeah.
school kids.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. That was quite a few years ago now, but yeah. So we do
Yeah.
get some support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was able to join the tree planting at 2 years. That was 2 years ago, and then I plant a lot of seedlings. And you said a while ago that we already planted around 4,000 seedlings, right,
Yeah.
or trees.
At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
At
So
least.
with these numbers, what was the mortality, or how many was able to survive
Oh,
so
I'd
far?
have a guess, and I think at least a third of them wouldn't make it. At least a
Third,
third.
yeah, able to make it.
Yeah, yeah. And we went through that long drought,
Yeah.
and the ground was flint hard up there, but we did our best with them, and I think the wallabies do a pretty good job on eating them too. Even we get the cages around them, but they still get at them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost about a third of them, but that's how it is. That's how it works. Yep.
That was good. So planting around 4,000. The downsides was the animals, the wallabies, the drought, and everything. But still, it's there. There's still trees there that surviving and until now standing
There
still.
are.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh,
So,
the early trees are now nearly 3 meters high.
oh,
Yeah, they're big trees. The first ones, when you first walk into Pambalong on the right hand side of the trail, they're 2.5, 3 meters high. Yep, and they've still got a few stakes around them which we've got to pull out and get rid of. But
well,
they've gone.
at least we still have something in there to help
Yes,
our
yes,
environment,
yes.
right? Okay. With when we do this, or Jesmond lines, when we do this, it is the spirit of voluntarism, correct? We just do it by volunteering to offer time.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So being with the Jesmond lines for long enough, what are the benefits that you get being part or being a member of Jesmond Lions Club?
Oh, the friendship,
Just
the friends you make. And they're like-minded people that want to help.
yeah, we get a lot of enjoyment out of the friendship with lions, and as we said earlier, it's not just local lions; it's overseas lions, and yeah, we get a lot of enjoyment, a lot of satisfaction out of it, a lot of satisfaction.
Well, that's
Yep.
yeah. So because Jesmond Lions Club is a highly spirited a club, bubbly, joyful, proactive. Yeah, joyful, proactive. So, can you invite our viewers, followers, to join Jesmond Lions Club or any other clubs, but other communities where the lions are?
Yes, I'd like them some to come to our meeting, our dinner meeting, to meet us all, just to show them how friendly we are, give them an idea of what we do.
And get the feeling.
Yes.
Yep, get the feeling. It's a great organisation to be in. Really is.
Yeah. Can you share the time, the day, and when's the dinner meeting happening? How often?
The fourth Wednesday of the month. Every month is our dinner meeting, 6:30 for 7 at Hunter Wetlands at Sandgate. Isn't it Sandgate?
Shortland.
Shortland, yeah. So you hear that from Lions, Brian and Trish. Come join with us. That will be every third Wednesday of the month.
Fourth Wednesday.
Of the month. Sorry, I am stuck in there. Okay,
No,
fourth Wednesdays of the month, and then 7 o'clock, right? 6:30 to 7, and then that's every fourth Wednesday of the month.
And
And then-
we're on
yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, yeah. Can you invite them too, Trish?
Sorry?
Can you invite them?
Yes, to have a look on Facebook and see what we get up to. Yes.
Yeah, and then we also have our YouTube channel where we update most of what Jesmond Lions Club been doing. Anyway,
Leaving that to you to do that.
You're amazing, Brenda. You're
No.
amazing. Yeah.
no, thank you. I will share my story next time why I am doing this for Jesmond Lions, and then not just
Right,
Okay.
that's
maybe
good.
for
We'd
Jesmond
love that.
Lions
Yeah.
Club, but for the Lions itself, for the
Yeah.
Lions,
Okay.
yeah, international or wherever. Anyway, it is time for us to go. And then before
Okay.
that, there's one comment here that I need to. This is from Deborah. Great
Oh.
work, Brian and Trish.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That will wrap our night, guys. And then, so Trish and Brian, can you invite them once again?
Yes, please come and join us. Or what is our, you can send us an email on jesmondlines@gmail.com. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Brian and Trish, for
Okay.
this informative night, and I admire you both, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, and
You
then
too,
the amount of
Brenda.
the time and the amount of the time you shared for the communities, for the nature and the environment is very incomparable. Sharing amount of time to Jesmond Lions Club will make a world of difference. Good night, everybody. See you again next weekend, next Saturday, and it will be
Okay.
another informative night for another couple.
Good
Thank
night,
you
everyone.
and bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.